Can you state your name, age, and year at school?
My name is Jase Franke. I'm 20 years old, and I'm a sophomore at CU Boulder.
And what position do you play on the CU football team?
I play defensive line.
Defensive line. And what's your major and minor, if you have one?
I'm currently an econ major right now with a minor in business.
Minor in business. And why did you choose that career path, or were you interested in economics, or?
I really like the thought of how economics works. I already have some mutual funds of my own because I think it'd be very interesting to have. Definitely I think it's just something very good to know, be helpful in the business world.
Absolutely. Would you say that you and the majority of your teammates maintain the required GPA for a student athlete in order to stay on the team, or because they truly care about their studies and want to excel in that field?
Well, I would say that the student athletes definitely do both because, well, they do need to maintain their GPA to stay on the team, because if they don't, they can not only lose their scholarship, but they can get kicked off campus. And student athletes do actually aim for a higher GPA than just doing the bare minimum one, because you can get a better degree with a higher GPA. And the student population, or comparing the student population to student athletes actually have a better average GPA than the rest of the student population.
Do you think that's due to potential extra help from tutors or other forms of assistance, or do you think that the student athletes put in their time and actually care enough to study and do what needs to be done to actually get the high GPA that they have?
We do have tutors that help us, but it's only 1 hour out of the week. They only can really give us advice on how to, properly study for an exam. They have actually a lot of rules that they can't give us, like notes or paper or anything. So you definitely have to put in the time. But if you put in the time and you study the material, then the tutoring will be a lot more helpful.
Got it. All right. What would you say is the foundation for a student athlete's academics?
So student athletes are each put into different tiers depending on their GPA. So if you have like a lower GPA, so let's say you're a tier 1 with low GPA, you have 8 hours a week of mandatory study hall. If you're a tier 2, your GPA is a little bit higher up. I don't know exactly the GPA qualifications. And then if you're tier 3, you have 0 study hall hours, and basically you're a good student. And if you fail to complete these hours, you get punishment, like carrying plates to the stadium. So, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add regarding being a student athlete? And
I think the bottom line is that regular students, I think there's like a big misconception about student athletes, saying that we actually have it a lot easier than the normal students, but the reality that it isn't. I mean, my day starts at 5 a.m. and I football till noon, and at noon I have maybe 20 minutes to grab lunch after being like famished, from practice. So I have class from maybe 1 to 3, and then tutoring from 3 to 6, and then I'll have some time to get some dinner, and then I gotta go hit the books, and then off to bed, and our day repeats. So,
wow. Well, thank you.
Yeah.